They feed it into the middle, lots of traffic here. That one goes through. Dhane Smith on the run, and he scores. Dhane Smith stops the bleeding for now.
You know, the beauty of this Whips team and this Whips offense.
Chance for chaos, chance for Dhane Smith, and he goes down low for the goal.
This is the guy that cares the least about that is Rambo himself. As Dhane Smith, just a beautiful.
They need to score twice. One has to be a 2. Smith on the run with 8 seconds. That pass got through. A chance to shoot. They score. They get the 1. A skip pass. O'Keefe moves it one more, and Troutner made the save. The rebound for Smith. And the extra pump opened up the goal. Dhane Smith on the power play, and look at this. Sprinting is Dhane Smith. He's held off, thrown in front. What a shot!
Another highlight reel goal here. You can see Jackson is just posting up Eddie Glazner. The double comes, and Jackson is just kind of using his right arm to post. I would expect Smith to go here.
Dhane Smith walks around, makes the pass, and they score.
Atlas kind of dodged one there.
Dhane Smith, the feed inside, and the finish by Chase Frazier. No game.
Tough matchup here. Smith goes 6'3", Frazier also goes 6'3". Those are some big boys. And Smith is just such a tough matchup. He can generate his own shot, but has incredible vision.
Here's Smith. Gotta go now. Feeds it, they score! Smith to Byrne. And it is 3 straight to start for Chaos.
Backdoor cut by Byrne. You're gonna see Smith sweep all the way across the field. Head up the whole time.
Very much in this game. They got goals from Frazier and 2 from Byrne to start. Now they've got 1 from Dhane Smith. Byrne, Cloutier, Dhane Smith with an open look, and he scores. O'Keefe drew 2. Cloutier kept it moving. Dhane Smith has his second. Feed inside, and it leads to a goal. Tanner Cook.
This ball movement by Chaos on the power play. You're going to see as they swing this to Dhane Smith, frees it right there. You're going to see that little opening. I mean, look at all this daylight inside. I mean, there is just a huge opening there on the crease. Tanner Cook cuts right into that gap. Dhane Smith gives him a feed right on the money. Cook, catch and finish.
Dhane Smith bulldozing his way in and scores! Dhane Smith, automatic for Chaos. The crafty Canadian cashes in.
Is so big, so physical. You're going to see him just lean in on Bevel, who gets a little off balance there. And once Smith is able to reset his feet, then just a strong overhand. And he flexed his muscles afterwards in the celebration, but
up by 5, but looking for more. Great feed inside, leads to a goal.
Look here by Dhane Smith and a cut by Cloutier. You're going to see Eric Scott freeze it right here. I mean, this is the matchup. This is the matchup that we're looking at in tight. It's Manley, and he's just staring right at the ball, and Cloutier is going to cut right behind him, and Dhane Smith somehow finds a tiny little window of space.
Dhane Smith, the backdoor feed for Mac O'Keefe.
So Mac O'Keefe's got the initial pick, and then as the ball moves, Cloutier is going to set an up pick so that O'Keefe can go behind him.
Kyle, stay, no, Kyle, right here, Kyle, right here.
But he's on the backside dealing with a 2-man game action, so he's communicating that. And meanwhile, on the near side, you've got Dhane Smith going hard underneath. A little show. And an easy 1 more to Frazier, who just steps upfield. There's no second slide. You can see Eppel trying to get back, but
They didn't win one in the second quarter. They've won one here in the third. They haven't scored here in the third quarter. Now in its final minute, and Ryan Smith.
Action here on the right side. You're going to see an on-ball pick. Freeze it right there. So you got a pick coming right here. You're going to get Smith coming off of it. Here's the backdoor cut and the inside feed. So this is that three-man game on the right side. So you got an on-ball two-man game, and then Smith cuts right behind his defender. He's either going to get the ball or he's going to create space for Dhane Smith to then turn the corner.
Carolina, he has evolved into one of the top defensive players in the game. There's a long one, and it goes. Dhane Smith from a step inside the arc, down low, beats Gittleman.
You're going to see, as Cook goes upfield, freeze it right in here, this little hedge over to the ball, that's what enables this kind of easy pitch and catch. One more. So as the recovery occurs, seemingly maybe a defensive rotation, maybe Connors created a little offense.
Josh Byrne able to hang on to that. Feeds to Dhane Smith, and in one motion, he's able to turn, shoot, and score.
See, as Josh Byrne sweeps around the cage, when Hossack slips, Ratliff gets a little concerned, starts creeping up field. That enables a sliver of a window. But given these two chemistry, there's just a ton of trust factor. Byrne throws it inside. You can see McMahon.
Jackson from goal line extended, looking for Josh Byrne. Now Cook changing places with Smith. That's a two-pointer, and it goes!
His first two-pointer of the season. Credit Tanner Cook, maybe a little bit of a moving pick. Some physical play up top. But you're going to see as they swing the ball, he's going to set a big seal right there, and Dhane Smith is just going to use that wall of humanity as a screen, so he wisely shoots just a strong overhand, high to low, through that screen to get it past.
Last Friday night in Albany. And this was the matchup.
You're going to see as this ball swings around, freeze it right here. So Jackson's going to set a little pick, and then afterwards kind of dive right through the middle. So that off-ball pick creates a little bit of confusion. There's the pick, and the late communication. Are we staying? Are we switching? You can see McMahon, and I believe that's Alexander.
All the way up. Now for Dhane Smith, who has 5 points of his own tonight. Smith inside. Frazier was all alone.
Freeze it right here. You're going to see Warren Jeffries just kind of staring upfield, obviously worried about the ball carrier and a potential help situation, and Frazier is just going to cut right behind him. So as Jeffries stares at the ball, Frazier backdoors him. Great look by Smith. You're obviously concerned about him as a Dodger, but what makes Smith so dangerous is his feeding and vision.
The 6th seed coming into this playoff, but beat the number 3 Archers. That pass connects with Josh Byrne. And a goal from C.J. Costabile. Not exactly the attackman lighting it up, not much from the midfield. This one is good for Dhane Smith, though.
That they've incorporated in the second half of the season. So Smith, the midfielder, will take his matchup behind the cage. Heavy right-handed player. He runs up the left side. You know he's coming back to the right, kind of rolls away. He's able to get his hands free, and that high overhand release.
Right places. He's been right so far. Dhane Smith got away and scores. Dhane Smith came out, bumped Dearth off the ball, and puts it behind Colarusso.
It's initiated behind the cage in that invert look. The previous time he went up the left side and rolled back. Here he's going to take the Dearth up the right side, lean in, quick little pivot, inside roll. That fake on the near pipe holds Colarusso and then enables Smith to then extend his arms and reach around. Love to see those two guys get involved with two-man games with some of their other main initiators.
Chris Cloutier
to try to create some separation. But that's just a strong, hard cut.
Clock hits 10. Jackson for Smith. Hit his man cutting. Josh Byrne.
Replay just like you are. It seems like you guys have had a lot of success off ball. Is that to take advantage of them pressing out?
Sorry, I can't hear you there.
We were watching the replay.
Josh Byrne already lighting up the score sheet. He'll pick up an assist on a goal from Dhane Smith.
A little two-man game up top. You're going to see this screen. What I want you to focus in on is this defender right here. He's pointing, hey, make sure you watch out for Smith if I go. So as we roll this, Byrne's going to create a little leverage. Newbold's going to help. And that second slide that Newbold was calling for never happened. So Byrne gains the advantage, draws the slide.
Ian McKay has been a valuable player for this Chaos team. Traded 1-for-1 for Connor Fields from Archers during the offseason, and it has been justified. And there's the first of the day for Chaos, and it comes out of the stick of Dhane Smith.
His hot streak in this playoffs. You're going to see him just kind of dodge underneath and bring his stick back to the inside. Heavy right-handed player. And just a strong overhand high-to-low finish.
Ball loose. Berg down on his knees. Had it for a moment. Popped up in the air. Earhart a chance with it. Got it. Threw it towards an empty spot. Coming in to grab it was Jackson. He lost his stick. Still Chaos ball. Dhane Smith scores. Still ahead. After all of this, it was Dhane Smith with his second today. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. We'll see how long Chaos hold this for. Mac O'Keefe. Oh, boy!
I'm sure if he kind of had it back, he'd love to release this outside of 2-point. Just inside the arc, that signature O'Keefe underhand release. And he is just a special, special shooter.
Field in Washington, D.C. Dhane Smith. The skip pass. Cloutier with a perfect shot.
Smith, and what a finish. So you're going to see Smith go underneath. Freeze it right here. This is the lane he's finding to Cloutier. He threw that all the way across, so that got through at least these three Whipsnakes defenders. Great handle by Cloutier on an incredible find and feed by Smith in those two-man games with Williams and Rambo.
Dhane Smith, a little shimmy. Opens up. Frazier! Up to a 4-point lead. It is 13-9. Less than 7 minutes to play in the tight. Byrne, Smith, the feed. Cloutier was there as Jackson missed it, and Cloutier sticks it.
That's exactly what happens. Smith's going to throw this inside to the cutting Jackson, and it just squeaks through. And Cloutier is on the backside. Nifty little pickup there by Cloutier to even track that.